Welcome back to the Furman University News Channel. I'm your host, Elijah Paritsky.
And I'm Isabella Martinez. We hope you had a great weekend. If you didn't hear, there was quite a bit of commotion on the library steps yesterday evening. A Furman student held a peaceful protest in light of South Carolina Supreme Court shutting down the 6-week abortion ban, allowing abortion to remain legal for up to 20 weeks of pregnancy.
Here's a video I produced to show you why you should come out and support your spring athletes. Speaking of supporting your fellow Paladins, isn't this lonely? This is how it feels to be an athlete with no one to support you, especially in an individual sport like tennis. It's just you and your opponent out there. It doesn't matter if it's an empty court, field, or stadium. It's all the same. Being all alone out there can be defeating. This is what a few Furman athletes had to say about being alone in their sport.
Sometimes we'll have barely anyone, and that kind of lowers the energy. You want people to be screaming for you, saying your name.
I would say the toughest thing is making sure that you kind of bring that energy and that positivity. When no one is there, you're not going to be able to feed off of anyone, so that's definitely a tough thing.
I remember my freshman year, we played at Loyola Chicago. The year after they made it to the Final Four.
When we went to High Point for the semifinals, we had a huge crowd of people just like screaming. Maybe they weren't on our side, but the energy, you could feel it. It really brought our team up, and it's great to have a big group of people.
It felt amazing, even though they were rooting against us. Still, the energy in the gym was, it felt like my dreams were coming true of being a college athlete.
I feel like at the end of the day, we're all Furman Paladins and stuff. We all want, each sport to do well.
Going to sporting events give you a sense of pride, and it's a social event, if anything.
I think this goes for both communities of athletes and non-athletes. I think we should be supporting each other no matter what. No matter if you're on the field, you're in McAllister performing, you're dancing for a Greek function. I think that we should all come together and support each other no matter the sport, no matter the event.
having nobody there can make you feel defeated. It's one of the worst feelings in the whole world.
Support me.
Support me.
Support me.
Support all of us. You're a part of our team. Speaking of supporting your fellow Paladins, do you know how to get tickets to all these games? Well, if you don't, here is Anna Brinkman to show you.
Furman students get free tickets to all athletic events, but many of you may not know how to get them. Some events, like tennis, golf, cross country, and softball, don't require tickets. For other events, visit FurmanPaladins.com and click Student Account Login under the Tickets tab. Use your Furman credentials to log into your account. Once you're in your student account, select Download Student Tickets, which will bring up a list of upcoming events. Once you get to the event you want to attend, select Download Ticket. Then go back to the home page and click View My Orders. Select your most recent order and you'll...
Wondering what FUSAB is planning for our students these next few weeks? Well, we got you covered. Thursday, January 26th in Watkins, get ready for all things Taylor. Stop by from 6 to 9 p.m. to make your own album-themed tiara, enter the raffles for Swiftie merch giveaways, and shake it off during the Swiftie rave.
FUSAB's annual tag game is coming up soon on February 6th and will last until February 10th. It's not too late to sign up for the chance to win up to $300. The sign-ups close on January 27th.
Furman's improv group, Improvable Cause, is holding a show next Friday, January 27th at 8 p.m. in Burgess Theater. And if you find yourself loving the show, go ahead and join them for auditions on January 29th at 1 p.m. in Furman Hall 107.
The mountain bike interest group, Dirt Church, will be heading to DuPont State Forest for a ride on Saturday, January 28th. If you are interested in joining or you want more information, please contact Dr. Aaron Simmons.
In case you didn't know, today is National Compliment Day. Make sure to give a compliment to a random stranger.
For our show, we want to leave you with an uplifting story produced by Lindsay Capps about her grandmother.
Despite the many challenges thrown towards her in life, Marilyn Warner has risen above and has fulfilled her dream to dance at the age of 75. Although Marilyn just started dancing in the past couple of years, her love of dance began much earlier in her lifetime.
As a little girl, I used to put on programs for my family, dancing programs, and I would be the sole star. I'm sure my family got tired of seeing me dance.
Marilyn's dreams of becoming a dancer were put on hold when she received grave news about her health after high school.
I was 18 when I was diagnosed with cancer and had to have my right leg amputated. And then later on, I had an accident walking when I was about 57. I shattered most of my leg. That kind of slowed me down by putting me in a wheelchair. It took probably a year for me to get to a point where I could walk almost. And I ended up with a chance to go to a dance studio.
At this dance studio, Marilyn met Robert Wright, her dance instructor who she has been dancing with for the past 10 years.
She actually came into the studio with her daughter and just to watch, and was a little reluctant to start. When I say a little reluctant, she described that she was an amputee, so she said, nah. I said, well, I'm gonna ask again. And I did until I can't recall exactly how long it was, but 3 or 4 months later, she decided she was gonna take lessons.
I am so thankful that I met him when I did, because I might still be in a wheelchair if it wasn't for that. I have to be really careful with my dance, because if I try to do too much, it causes a great deal of fatigue. Being an amputee, you find that if you have an artificial leg, the amount of energy that you have to use to accomplish the same thing as an average person, the energy is just incredible, and you get really tired really quickly when you're dancing as an amputee.
We all take our legs and our feet for granted. But they do things that we don't even think about. We just don't give it a minute's worth of thought. With Marilyn, I've literally had to rewrite the book of how we teach people. She has full articulation in the left foot, and whatever the mechanics will give her of her artificial limb in the right foot. So sometimes I have to get a little creative with things like amounts of turn. As a teacher, we have a manual that we go by, where the feet go, how the feet go, where the body turns, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It doesn't work for her. So I have to get a little creative.
While dancing is physically strenuous for Marilyn, it also has its emotional challenges as well.
I used to have a problem with comparing myself to other people, and I never felt that I was good enough at anything, that I felt like I had to be perfect. And I realize it's not a realistic goal, but that's how I felt. Since then, I've realized that I cannot compare myself to other people, because I do not have the same starting point as other people have had, and that makes a difference.
She's hardworking, she's compassionate, she's driven. She's one of the kindest people I know that would do anything to help somebody.
When she decides she wants to do something, she doesn't let anything stop her. So I would say almost even to the point of being stubborn and pig-headed, but not in a bad way.
Best word to describe her in one word is inspiring. Her outlook on life is something that everybody should subscribe to.
Marilyn is beyond a handicapped dancer fulfilling her dreams. She is a caring friend, mother, and grandmother. She is an inspiration and a role model that everyone can look up to in life.
Thanks for tuning in tonight. Make sure to subscribe to us on YouTube to keep up to date with everything happening on campus and to watch all of our previous episodes. You can email us at func@furman.edu to submit news or announcements. I'm Elijah Paritsky.
And I'm Isabella Martinez. See you Thursday.